Well done. Much deserved.
Just a couple of silly friends talking about serious stuff.
Hello! Welcome back to Not What I Was Expecting. Two friends react to Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I'm Enough.
And I'm Edward. Welcome back. We missed you guys, and we're so glad to get back into it.
Ooh, it's the second to last one of the season.
And things are heating up. Rachel, when we last left off, Rachel had just kissed Nathaniel. Oh, but it wasn't her fault, of course, because of the Santa Ana winds. And she's pushed ahead her wedding in 2 weeks. Because obviously that's when they could get the venue, not because she's having a total breakdown or anything. No, just because of the venue, obviously.
Totally.
Yeah. I mean, things are obviously really coming to a head. I'm really curious to see what happens. Because I imagine this season won't end with them getting married. But then again, maybe this show is weird enough and crazy enough and Rebecca is foolish enough to do that.
Maybe. We'll see.
No spoilers. No spoilers. Yeah. So shall we just get right into it?
I think so. It's really heating up.
Yeah. Oh my God, yes. So now, episode 12 is Josh Free in 2 weeks. That title does not inspire me with confidence. Is it just me, or does that guy look kind of like Seth Green?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Patrick. Okay, what do you think of this one?
I think I like the lacy one from Tuesday.
Wait, that is Seth Green.
Ladies' store to buy a wedding dress?
Yeah, that's what you normally do, but this isn't a normal situation. I'm getting married in less than 2 weeks, Patrick.
Oh, right, because a spot opened up at the Malibu place.
Exactly.
I don't know why, but I was like, I saw him and I'm like, oh, that looks like Seth Green, but not quite Seth Green. And then I hear his voice. I'm like, oh, it's Seth Green, duh.
By the way, we have an announcement for the Two Friends Reacts channel. Ed is going to be joining us long term. So when this is over, we're going to build out the channel a little more. And we are wondering what you think we should react to next. So please put your suggestions in the comments, because we are very excited to react to more things with you.
It can be a movie, a TV show, or even, we haven't decided for sure yet, but we're considering even delving into video games. I have a long history of gaming. I play, all kinds of genres. So if there's something you'd like to see us play to react to, put those in the comments. We'd love to hear what you'd like to see us react to. You guys are the reason we're here.
Yay! Okay. So look forward to more announcements along those lines, and we'll look forward to seeing what you think we should do. All right, back to the show.
Well, maybe you could ask your mom. I mean, that seems like the normal thing to do.
The normal thing.
Did you help me with my wedding? No. You just sat in my uterus giving me heartburn and make me look like a big fat pig.
Yeah, she's pretty terrible.
It isn't the ingenue beset by tragedy.
I love him!
Plotting understudy, just waiting in the wings with a bag of marbles. Had any time to help me with a couple of wedding things? Yes, absolutely.
No. Did you not just hear me say we have finals?
You know what? I'm sorry I came over. I didn't mean to worry you. The wedding planning is actually almost done. I will nutmeg this wedding latte myself.
Good for Rebecca for not, not imposing on Paula, because Paula would have given up a lot of her time. So good for
Yeah.
her.
I'm the delivery guy, so
He's a delivery guy, but he's also Seth Green, and they didn't bring him in for just 2 minutes of screen time.
You know what? I will handle this alone. And I mean, plenty of dum-dums plan perfectly good weddings all the time.
A normal wedding.
Hey, Bridie, how's the planning going?
Great, great. I already got 50 yes RSVPs, and even the no's have a little colon and parentheses on them. Old school smiley faces.
Old school smiley faces.
To your wedding?
Oh, no, of course not. No, he never shows up for anything. I only invited him to feel bad about myself.
Oh no. Oh.
I'm just planning it all myself, which is what I am doing now.
Is Heather gonna help? Can Heather please help? Oh my god, I would love that.
That would be good.
DIY wedding because I love Josh.
No, DIY.
DIY wedding.
Yes, that is what our wedding will be. DIY wedding. Dustin and Sasha from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Hey, Canadian shout out.
You know what? Exactly like their wedding. DIY makes it so much easier.
It's the opposite.
Because some burlap sacks, some mason jars.
Heather is absolutely correct.
Wow, they have mason jars for everything.
Heather is my favorite. I have said that many times.
Because all I need to do is spend a day at a craft store. My wedding's done. Well,
Oh no. Valencia! She's back! Yes! Oh, I missed her.
Rebecca.
And looking amazing.
Yeah, she looks good.
Wedding stuff, huh?
yeah, I'm doing this whole DOA,
Definitely DOA.
I really miss you.
Don't. I can't. Please.
Forgive me. I don't remember. What was the last time they were together? Like, where's their relationship at right now?
I believe that they met at the like donut shop place or one of those outside cafes, and Valencia said she was feeling pretty meh about the whole thing and not super comfortable. And Rebecca said she understood that.
Oh, about them being together again. Rebecca and Josh. Okay. So, yeah. And that is in keeping with her just being like, no, I'm out. Goodbye. Okay. All right. Ready? Also, that was just a quick moment. Again, I'm on the acting, which I talk about a lot. Her facial expression in that moment, I can't, and she just, that was really good. I was just really impressed with that little bit of just quick line delivery and acting and just the way she walked off. That was really well done. Like, I felt her pain.
Yeah, I'm really glad they kept her around.
Oh,
The
she's
show is so much
fantastic.
richer for Valencia.
Without question. I'm really impressed overall with the casting and the fact that for this kind of show, the acting is often not the highest priority. It's more about the look, more about the humor, but like, and I've talked about the acting on several occasions. All of them are really good. Like the casting was just brilliant. Absolutely phenomenal casting, absolutely just phenomenal performances all around. Like the acting is better than this show. Well, it's better than you'd think this show deserves, but then you actually find out what the show is really like, and you're like, oh no, okay, no, this is a drama masked as a musical comedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of
So
heart
good.
to it.
It's just so good. I love it so much. Thank you for bringing me into this show. Okay, ready?
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Oh, and while I have you, if you could have Macy's restock the new Jordan 5 size 10, that'd be awesome. Amen. Okay, break!
I love that the woman next to him looked like she was about to crack up.
Yeah.
Make sure this wedding is happening with you and not to you, right?
Oh no.
I never even washed my hands.
Oh, come on. That's not even a sexy one.
I don't know why that was way funnier than it should have been. Oh my god. Oh, that was good.
I couldn't find any place in this stupid town to make it correctly, so I made it myself. It's got spinach, kale, cauliflower, Thai mung beans.
Ah, what'd you do? Gain like half a pound?
No, stop looking at my wrists.
Oh my god. Body image issues, yay! Yeah.
Really, totally sick.
I don't believe in sick.
Okay.
If it's not cancer, you come to work. In fact, most cancers are a half day. What is this? This has got dead skin all over it.
Oh, that's mine. I have psoriasis.
I don't know why I love the way she said that. I have psoriasis.
Yeah, that was a great delivery.
I have psoriasis.
Not at all ashamed.
Okay, what's his name in the background with the face he made? That was amazing. The fake Canadian, was it?
You need to call your little friend and tell her to come to work now.
Oh, he did a good job of that. That got me. That was
Rude. But also yes.
Paula said you wanted to see me?
I wanted to see you? No, I wanted you to come into work. So I could tell you, you need to come into work. I didn't want to see you.
Okay. You think I moved up my entire wedding just because we kissed? Don't flatter yourself, okay?
Hey, Dustin and Sasha. Your list's a little longer than I thought, but you know what? It's manageable. I can do this.
This was in the tray for you, and there's 10 more pages. Tiny font, double-sided, no margins. Who formatted this?
I love both of us are just like, no, no, no.
when you assume that somebody else's job is easy just because you haven't done it before.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is fill that bottle with homemade bubbly water that I'm gonna make in that soda maker that I just bought today, also for $200.
That's a lot for a soda maker, I feel like.
I think it's great, and you know, I really appreciate everything you're doing, but I have wedding ideas too, you know? Like, I want to wear a forest green tux. That's my favorite color.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Dustin wore a 1930s high-waisted vintage tux that had a tear in it that he patched. I'm sorry, I went online today and I got you a vintage tux with a hole in it that I'm gonna patch over with a swatch from your father's radiology scrub.
Then what about my idea for a Sugar Ray cover band? Splendor Ray.
Okay, Splendor, that's a great joke.
And so I already went on Craigslist today and posted an ad for a Hummer.
Oh no!
A lot of responses.
Wow, okay, so you don't like any of my ideas?
There's nothing to comment on that one.
Well,
Oh man.
I like those. I was really into origami when I was in the 5th grade. We could make them together.
Sounds cool.
More things to do. Huzzah!
Yep. Yay, mental breakdown.
Anticipating the needs of the client so that...
Too much green stuff. He's going to take a sick day.
Clearly someone has passed gas, do the right thing, and take responsibility, then we can all move on.
I farted in this enclosed room.
It's one way to get ahead in the corporate world, I guess.
Oh.
Very mature humor.
I fell asleep.
I was up all night and I made 25 crayons. 3 or 4 of them might not be usable due to the blood from my paper cuts. We'll finish it together later. I gotta go do some other things on this list. Is that okay? Yeah?
Why does she have to do it exactly like? Oh no. Oh, Becca. Oh no. Oh no.
You have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's this? This is cute.
Oh no.
No.
Oh. 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 I almost had a heart attack there. I thought it was
I
going to
know,
explode.
right?
That made me very scared.
Postpone the wedding. Do it. I'm begging you.
No, I can't. I already have 85 RSVPs, so.
Just to sort of talk, cultural stuff again. Like I don't know. So I know Jewish weddings, right? I grew up Jewish, religious. I've talked about this on other shows. 85 people is not a lot of people. For the weddings that I'm used to going to, like even a small one has over 200. Like I've been at weddings that had 400 or 500. I was at a wedding that had like 1,000 people because he was a very prominent community rabbi. And so like, now it wasn't a super fancy wedding. It was just massive because everyone had to be there. Like a ton of people from his previous stops, everyone from the community, and everyone from it wasn't even the rabbi, it was the rabbi's son, right? Because rabbis are usually married by the time they become rabbis or close enough. But so the idea that she's like panicking over 85 people, and I know it's in 2 weeks, it's a very different cultural thing. So I hear 85 and I'm like, but I know it's a very different cultural thing. It was also reminded me of when I was younger. My dad told me how one of his secretaries or one of his nurses at his office was like freaking out that she was going to have 12 people over for Thanksgiving dinner. And this is not a knock on her or on anyone else who struggles, but again, growing up religious community, we would have 12 people over for a Saturday meal, for a Sabbath meal regularly. I, as a single man in my mid-20s when I was living in Israel, I would have a dozen people over for a meal, once a month probably. Like it wasn't a big deal. And that was me single alone doing most of the cooking. So it's just so funny to me, the massive cultural differences that 85 seems like a lot. The point isn't the 85 in this case. The point is the 2 weeks. I think we're down to 9 days or something at this point, or whatever it is. For sure. It's just, this isn't the only time I've seen this in a lot of media and things where culturally in Western American society, it's like, wow, having a meal with 8 people, it's so many people. And I'm like, that's inviting one family over.
I think if you're not familiar with what it requires to put on an event like that, you don't know what to even think about. You don't think about that you need one more extra of everything for every person that you invite. That's chairs and napkins and flatware and drinks and food and snacks and party favors and all
100%. Point is, she's doing all of this herself with no help in no time at all because she's doing it to herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of her own insecurities and issues and the kiss and everything else. And once again, can't admit that she's doing it wrong or that she made a mistake. Like that's a running theme with Rebecca, is her inability to kind of be like, I need to stop myself, because she can't stop herself. Which is the whole mental illness issue, which I understand they get more and more into as the show goes on.
Look, these cake pops here, they look really complicated. Oh, just forget these. I can go to Costco. I can order you a sheet cake. Oh God, everybody loves a Costco sheet cake.
Costco does good Costco makes good food.
Oh, that's so much easier than. Oh God, what am I even doing with this stuff?
I'll take care of it.
Okay. Yeah, these cake pops are gonna be amazing.
I don't know if it's relevant, but Paula looks great. Like she's put together, she looks lovely, like her makeup's on. Like now that Paula's life is going well, it's cool to see her. Like not only is she doing well, she looks good. Like it's amazing what feeling good about yourself does for your outward appearance. And I mean that not just for like in the show with makeup, whatever. I'm talking like for me, myself, when I'm doing better in life, I feel better, I look better, I take care of myself. And it's like, that's a detail I'm impressed that they nailed there.
Yeah.
Are you supposed to wash kale before you put it in a smoothie?
Oh, buddy. Yes, definitely wash, Kale.
I'm not sick. It's like my dad always said, if you're not missing a leg, you walk it off. And if you are missing a leg, you limp it off. And if you're missing 2 legs, thank you for your service. Here's a quarter.
Oof.
We have that same father.
No, 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 no.
I think he just.
Oh, no. Is it still happening right now?
And still?
Yeah.
All right.
It was me. I put my pants in this.
I'm fine. I don't need help. I got this.
Usually, like, comedy involving poop isn't that funny. It's usually like, very just dumb. But the facial expressions, the reactions, the back and forth, the timing on that. I don't think I've ever been that amused by someone crapping their pants. That was really well done. Oh, wow, the show even does poop humor well. Okay. Ready? All right, 3, 2, 1. Also, I love Maya. I pooped my pants in this enclosed office.
Hey, Sarah. I was hoping no one would notice me sitting here alone.
Really? You just waved me over here.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like I'm showing up at someone else's wedding.
Kind of are.
Josh, that is awesome.
Yeah, but she said...
No, you gotta go for it. Otherwise, you'll always feel like it wasn't your wedding.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, Josh, no.
I gave you that suit so you could drive home in it.
I really like Daryl's suits. Daryl has nice suits.
What, we'll get started without you. You take a nap or something, you can join us later.
A nap? I don't nap. I'm a man.
What? Bears nap for like, what, months? What could be more manly than a bear?
A lion?
I mean, lions nap all the time. That's all they do.
Cat naps.
Your old man isn't here. You can do whatever you want.
That's right. Take a man nap.
I don't know why, but I love this. Take a man nap. Oh, are they going to have a man nap song? Yes. Oh my God, Daryl is in hair metal. I love it.
Life is so tiring when you're a man. Squinty, squinty mouth agape, nappy, nap man. And life is so intense when you're a man. Truly, truly dreamy smile.
That was amazing. So you mentioned in an earlier episode how everyone had got to choose the style of song they wanted. Was this Daryl's? Was he like, I mean, he's of age. Would have grown up with hair metal in the 80s?
I'm not sure. I don't remember the other ones, unfortunately.
Yeah, but him doing hair metal was amazing.
Yeah, he's suited to it.
Oh, so much. And also, as a man, I fully endorse naps. So if anyone's worried and cares what I think about as a man, which you shouldn't, but if you do, naps are awesome. Go take a nap.
Sorry about the dog barks in the background. We have a new neighbor who has a dog that barks a lot.
Aw.
Hey, can I hang out here?
Oh.
My house is really stressful right now.
Well, that's right. She lives with Rebecca, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that's right. They were part of a friend group.
Dude, you cannot believe how hard Rebecca is bugging out over this wedding. Wait, sorry. No, I should not be talking to you about this.
Social skills. She recognized it.
That's good.
I truly am over Josh, and if Rebecca wants to marry him, then good luck to her. Really? Because you seem a little out of it lately.
I like the fact that the two of them have a separate friendship, not dependent on Rebecca.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I truly don't miss Josh, like, at all. Like, ugh. But I had planned this whole future around him. And now I have to plan this whole future for myself. And I don't know what it is.
That sounds really hard, but I came here because I was stressed. So
Heather, you asked.
Yay, more Seth Green.
I don't know. Hey, so the answer is no. My dad's not coming to my wedding, but it's okay because he actually sent a really sweet note. Stuck on a remote construction site in Alaska, tough to get flights. Can't make it. Of course my father's not coming to my wedding and walking me down the aisle. Of course, because that's a normal thing, and normal things are not for me.
Oh man, that's tough. Well,
Hey, Patrick, please don't go. I really need someone to talk to. That time in the elevator we got stuck, there wasn't just chemistry, he wasn't just fine, we kissed. I have just been scrambling to make this wedding happen. You're here, and you can help me. Tell me I'm okay, Patrick. Tell me, please, that's all you have to do. Just one little...
I love how confused he looks. Like, how did I get here?
I realize your occupation is not gentle validation. You represent the outside world because you don't know me. You don't have an agenda. That's why I need you to lend a hand, Patrick.
Nice rhyme.
Tell me I'm okay, Patrick.
He looks like he's like, how did I get teleported here?
Seriously, Patrick, was I sick the day in school they taught you how to be a normal person? It just feels like there's something fundamental I'm missing out on. Like, is there an instruction manual? A cabal of normal people, and they're all laughing at me like I'm the jester in my own Truman Show. Do you have a manual? I know you have a manual, Patrick. I know it's in your truck, Patrick. I'm sorry that...
Whoa.
But I need just a little more.
Watch us play piano.
Am I okay? I'm so tired.
Wow. Yeah, I think I also missed the day when they handed out the how to be normal manuals, because I go through my life and like I often genuinely feel like I'm missing something that a lot of people just seem to get and take for granted. And at times I'm happy about that because I like the way my brain works a lot of the time. I like the fact that I look at things differently, but there are also other times where it's like, why can't things just be easier? Like what she's going through. Why do quote unquote normal things, whatever normal means to you, but why do normal things have to be so hard sometimes?
Different neurotypes.
And unfortunately, the world that has been built that we live in really only caters to one, the normal one. And the reason we call it normal is because that's the one we built the world for. That song hit hard, plain and simply. I don't feel like her that I need someone to tell me I'm okay, but what I do feel is I need someone just to help me with basic things, and it's difficult because I live alone, and I have friends and I have family and I do have support. Thank God, I'm not alone, but it often does feel like I have to do a lot of things alone. And that is hard. And I mean, as she just said before I paused, Patrick, I'm so tired. I have said those words, not Patrick. I don't know any Patricks. But I have said those words to friends. I've said those words just aloud by myself. I've said those words internally, but I am so tired. And it's not like, oh, just take a nap. It's not, a man nap is not going to solve this kind of tired. It helps.
No.
It gives a short little boost, sure. You know, yay for man naps. I really wish I had that manual. Also, the fact, just as a meta joke, the fact that she's asking Seth Green, a man who makes most of his money playing with toys on TV, Robot Chicken, asking him about normal is just very funny to me. But I feel like that's true for most professional actors, because that is not a normal profession. But again, Seth Green plays with toys for a living, which is amazing, and I'm jealous.
Totally. Yeah, I think that the exhaustion and I'm so tired reminds me of Hannah Gadsby's special, which one was it? That first one on Netflix?
Nanette.
Nanette, thank you.
Yeah.
Discussing how, especially more marginalized groups people from more marginalized groups can really just feel so like down in your bones, exhausted. How this feeling of like, it is never going to change, and will it ever change? Is this okay? Do I need to change?
You know, this episode was just kind of passing by. I felt like there wasn't that much to react to. And then that song.
I also relate to being in a state where you're not emotionally stable, and recognizing that and asking for external feedback. Is this just in my head? Do I need to get help? Like, I'm having trouble assessing things objectively.
But the thing about this song is she's not actually looking for help or an assessment. She just wants validation. And that's not a bad thing, because validation is important. But being told you're okay when you're really not is not good. Being told it's okay to not be okay is very important. Going through a hard time and being sad, being hurt, struggling, it's okay. You're allowed to be hurt. You're allowed to be angry. You're allowed to struggle. Now, how we behave is what separates something from being okay and not okay. The common example is, you know, if you are very angry and you lash out, your anger is valid, your behavior, your lashing out is not. And that's true about sadness, about struggles, about any emotion, really. But yeah, like you were saying, when you're just so exhausted and you're just trying to handle your life, your projects. Now, this is sort of an extreme example. She's trying to plan a wedding in less than 2 weeks for all the wrong reasons. And like, I like that she's finally admitted to herself, like Patrick is basically her inner monologue. Patrick gives her an opportunity to have an inner monologue because she's incapable of having an inner monologue, I feel like. So having someone to say it out loud to, like, she never would have said, I'm doing this for the wrong reasons if Patrick weren't there. And Patrick is sometimes it's easier for us to talk to an uninvolved party than it is to talk to our friends about like the deepest going-ons.
Yeah, especially if we don't want to be a burden.
Yeah, the not wanting to be a burden thing. I mean, that's how she is right now with, well, her dismissal of Paula and then going right back to the cake pops. I feel like that was a combination of not wanting to be a burden and also an inability to be told that what she's trying isn't necessary. Because, like, there's an old adage, perfect is the enemy of good. And what she's trying for is perfect. But if she would just sort of tone it back and take certain ideas from Dustin and Sasha's wedding, it could be wonderful. It could be very good. But it can't just be very good. It has to be perfect. And I feel like that's actually a common thing in Rebecca's life. This is having, perfect has to be done. But it's also something I feel like a lot of us struggle with. Maybe some of our viewers have experience with that. Maybe you've overcome it to some degree. When it comes to art projects, when it comes to goals in life, when it comes to meals, when it comes to anything. If we strive for perfect, we will never get there and just be left feeling lousy, unfulfilled, mad at ourselves for not achieving perfection, which is, again, literally impossible in most cases. Sorry, I'm just... That song and what's going on now has got a lot of thoughts of my own life going on in my head right now. This silly show should not be making me feel like this.
I understand.
I watched this episode at a time when it hit me harder than it might have at other times, just with some stuff I'm going through. I would really love to hear from you, our viewers, about anything I've said now, anything we've said, just because my thoughts are so jumbled right now. And I don't read most of the comments, but I read the occasional comments, and a lot of y'all are just so insightful and have really good things to share. So I'd love to hear some of your thoughts on the song, on the things we've said, on just how you're feeling about this. If you do comment on it in non-spoiler fashion, I guess what I'll say is, like, in the comments, say, hey, comment for Edward here, or something like that, so that I know it's safe for me to read. Yeah, so I'd appreciate that, and just I appreciate y'all for tuning in and hanging out with us, just as an aside.
Well, at least you didn't have to answer her.
He's so sweet. Also, Seth Green did such a great job that whole song. Just his reactions were amazing. Also, I like the symmetry of Nathaniel and Rebecca being unable to admit they need help, being unable to admit they can't handle it, and it both culminating in a nap. They both just needed a nap, because they are both very emotionally stunted people. In fact, both dealing with issues from their dad. Rebecca, sort of the final straw that hit her was her dad not coming to the wedding. And Nathaniel, I mean, we're just seeing his dad walk in now. Nathaniel's whole hang up with his dad. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm curious to see where they go with that. The whole, like, Nathaniel and Rebecca's concurrent daddy issues, or not concurrent, but mirrored.
Isn't this his office right here?
Yes.
Just run away.
Yeah.
Pop, you're here.
I like that his hair is disheveled, but it still looks good.
Yeah.
Are you suddenly a baby? An elderly? A weakling? Were you feeling tie-tie?
Sick?
Sick. Really? You look fine to me.
Actually, I feel a lot better. It's amazing what a nap can do. I'm sorry, Dad.
We'll discuss this later, when I can safely breathe through my nose.
I mean, the smell should be the indication that he's actually sick.
That's the sick.
He's never going to be vulnerable again.
Don't pity me. I pity you.
I love Daryl.
I want to see all of Rebecca's wedding stuff. I just love wedding stuff. Drinking in the daytime is fun.
What is going on in here? Did you murder a wedding? I give up. I'm just gonna have to settle for the fact Josh and I are gonna have an F- wedding.
Oh God, I was scared. That damn chair.
What are you doing here? Thought you were planning your fancy wedding.
I don't know why Maya is in the scene, but I like it better because Maya's in the scene.
I don't know. I'm gonna move the date back or something.
Did you guys want to sit at the same table?
Wait, your father's not coming to your wedding?
He's stuck on a remote construction site in Alaska, which, now that I'm saying it out loud, that is a total lie. It hurts. I wish it didn't, but it does.
My father and I email each other Westworld theories every Monday.
Is Maya, along with Waijo, like the only healthy people in the show?
Maybe.
My wedding.
What?
I had this at home. It's everything you need. It has a table of contents, an index, and up-to-date vendor cards.
That's so sweet.
Thank you so much. Do you not want me to have this?
No, I do. You just need to pull a lot harder. This is hard for me.
Okay, totally.
I can't give this to you. You're gonna mess it all up.
Ouch.
She's not so wrong.
I'm gonna plan you the wedding of my dreams.
Jesus, this is so unhealthy.
I'm gonna be your wedding planner. Like in the movies with the headsets and the black pantsuits. Yeah, wow, I would actually totally crush that look.
Yeah, she would.
God, she so would.
It's not for you. It's for the institution of weddings.
Hey, more Valencia makes me happy.
Oh, hey, Josh. Oh, she's taking a bath.
Oh my god.
No bride of mine is gonna be shedding like a snake while walking down the aisle.
He looks really good in that suit. I like that suit.
I'm planning your wedding. You look like the guest of honor at a park ranger gala.
I like it.
I don't mind it at all. Yeah.
You, she's...
So, I finally asked for help.
No, you didn't. Help was forced upon you.
From now on, you're on a strict diet. Don't forget, I know what gluten does to your face.
Sorry.
Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. I love Valencia. I love confident Valencia.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Both of her parents letting her down?
Yeah, I thought you'd want to know.
Oh.
Patrick.
Oh, he helped in the end.
From New York. Did you order anything?
No. It's from my mother. I don't understand. How did this happen?
You useless piece of crap that calls herself a mother. No, you shut up, Naomi! Now pull out your credit card and get something in a size 6 that is beautiful and magical and will make everyone cry, you horrendous excuse for a person.
Well done. Much deserved.
We should all be so blessed in our lives to have a Paula to go to bat for us, to do the things that we can't do ourselves, to help us, and without any need for the credit or anything, just because we need it. And also, those of us who are capable, we should all be blessed to be the Paula in someone's life. It's no one is always the Paula, but we all have the potential to be the Paula at some point or another for the people we love. I'm not saying call up your friend's shitty mom and scream at her over the phone. That might not be the right thing to do in any given situation. But I don't know why, but of all the things in this show, and there's so many powerful emotional scenes in this show, but that, and I can't fully explain why, that is getting to me. I want a Paula in my life.
Will you let me know if you want me to yell at anyone for you?
Thank you. That just, that hit me pretty hard.
Yay, Paula.
I love Paula's character arc this whole show so far, from being a toxic friend to being basically the best kind of friend you can possibly have.
Sometimes moms just come through.
Yes, they do, Paula. Sometimes moms, but chosen moms, not necessarily biological moms, come through. Although I love my mom, to be clear. My mom is awesome. That's not a knock on my mom.
It's really disturbing how normal you look in that dress.
Thank you.
Ladies, chop chop, it's about to begin.
What is Valencia wearing? Is that a skirt? Is it a dress? Is it a romper?
Baby food jars are the new mason jars.
I'm not sure.
Daryl and I need to see you in his office ASAP.
You know, usually when someone poops their pants, they gain a little bit of humility.
Dad?
Someone sent a private plane.
It barely gets used.
You're here. You're really here. Thank you.
I know what it's like to care about your dad and what he thinks, even if you wish you didn't.
He's a human. He has human emotions.
Reminds me of Marley and me. And he's the owner.
Oh no!
Over my dead body.
Trent!
Trent! Oh my god, that is such a great ending cliffhanger. Oh my god, I love that. Oh.
Everything was going so well.
I mean, was it at the end of the day they're still rushing into a wedding that I'm still not confident is good for either of them? Like, at the end of the day, I'm still not sold on Josh and Rebecca being good for each other. More importantly, Rebecca being capable of being good for anyone because she desperately needs therapy. But yes, I look forward to seeing, because that was the penultimate episode. That's there's only one more. So that was, is Josh free in 2 weeks? Oh, right, because it interestingly, yes, the idea of this wedding being done to Josh and him just showing up, it was honestly, it felt like a small part of the episode, not like the main point. It was addressed. There's some moments. He had a kind of a moment with Sarah, I think her name is, which didn't really go anywhere. So I'm curious to see if they do anything with that.
Yeah, they kind of just brushed over his concerns.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't really. That was a little weird. The entire episode was titled as though that was going to be a main focal point, and then it was sort of a minor plot point that got dropped for the last third of the episode. So that's an interesting choice. I'm curious to see what happens in the next episode, which is titled, Can Josh Take a Leap of Faith? So that'll be the last episode of the season. Interesting. Yeah, so Josh was kind of brushed over. He was there because it felt like he had to be there, and it's not his wedding and he's being forced into it. And at the end of the day, he doesn't even get his green tux, which was the one thing that was really important to him. And the only moment in the episode where he was kind of happy was that sort of awkward, well, not really awkward, but that almost too comfortable moment he had with Sarah.
Yeah, which he sort of manipulated into starting in the first place by intentionally acting dejected over on the side of the basketball court and waving her over and then being like, oh, I didn't know anybody saw me here.
Yeah. But even that felt kind of forced in a way. I think that should have been given more focus in the episode. Maybe taken away a little bit of the Nathaniel. Like, you could have still had Nathaniel's whole like daddy issues and health and that incredibly funny poop scene. But it could have been cut here and there just to give Josh 2 or 3 more minutes in the episode, I feel like. But I guess we'll see what happens in the final episode, if anything comes of that. I like how Daryl is sort of being a father figure a bit to Nathaniel. Meanwhile, Paula is the ultimate mother figure that we should all be blessed with. Mother / not even mother figure, but sort of older, wiser friend. Yeah, I don't know. This episode, the first like half of the episode was a little bit cringe. I mentioned this about another episode or two. I remember saying this, how it felt like kind of the first half of the episode was sort of like cringe and there wasn't that much to react to and it was kind of whatever. And then it had a couple of the most like powerful scenes in the whole show so far. Like the I mean, you guys all saw how the Paula telling off Rebecca's mom, how that affected me.
And Patrick.
I mean, this show keeps getting co-stars I love. I mean, it had Patton Oswalt, now it has Seth Green is another actor, and I really enjoy. Like, anytime I see Seth Green or something or hear his voice in something, I'm like, that's Seth Green, cool.
I think Nipsey Hussle was also a good one-off.
Of course, no one-off holds a candle to our boy, the Wins. Wins.
Yeah, I'm sad to have it be the end of the time with you with Crazy Ex-Girlfriend this season, but I'm excited to watch new things with you.
Yeah, I will very much miss doing this show, though after we finish, I can now actually watch it at a normal pace instead of having to space out my viewings. I will definitely finish the show, and at some point, I plan on going through all of your comments on the videos, and just kind of reading through them and watching them back, and just sort of being involved in the chatting there a bit more. I'll definitely get involved in the chats on season 3 when that comes out. I don't know who the next guest is going to be. I can't wait to see who Enough works with next. Yeah, and like we said earlier, Enough and I are going to be doing other collaborations in the future. So if there's something specific, a movie, a series, possibly a video game, that we're not committing to that yet, we'd love to see your suggestions. And yeah, I mean, this has been an absolute blast. I'm sad that this portion of it is coming to an end, but I'm also excited to see how it ends.
I'm very excited to see your reaction. It's going to be a big episode.
Well, then it's a good thing we're doing a reaction show together.
Yeah. All right. We will see you all next time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next week for the season finale. Bye.
Bye.